Hello students, today we are going to do an important topic of calculus, which is just continuity, right? Continuous things means no break, without any break. If something is continuous, it means it is without any break. Now we are talking about mathematical functions, right? Like trigonometric functions, algebraic functions, logarithmic functions, different functions in maths, and we want to know whether these functions are continuous or not. Now, how would we find whether a function is continuous or not? Just by plotting a graph of that function. Okay, so if you plot, suppose there is a function fx, okay, and you plot a graph like this, right? So if you are able to plot a graph which goes without any gap, without any break, then it is called as continuous function. And suppose in plotting the graph you find that there is a gap in between, then you call it as discontinuous function, right? So when you plot a graph of a function, any function, okay, then and there is a smooth line, smooth curve it is there, okay, then you can say that the function is continuous. However, if there is a single gap, even if it is very small, even if a single gap is there, then you can call it a discontinuous function. It may be possible that in a graph you will find multiple gaps, correct? It is not necessary that there is only one gap, but even if one gap is there, we call it discontinuous. And of course, if the multiple gaps are there, they are also known as discontinuous function. Okay, so to understand the continuity, we need to understand the graph first. Okay, and then now we will talk about in how many ways the function can be discontinuous. Now, to understand the discontinuity or continuity of a function, we need to know first 2-3 things about function and its limits. Okay, suppose we plot a graph something like this, right? And we want to find whether the function is continuous or not at this point. This is my, suppose x, this is x-axis, you can say this is my a. Okay, this is what fx, correct? So 2-3 things we need to know about this. First of all, now this point, if this is very smooth, this point is known as the value of the function at point A, and it is known as fa, correct? Immediate right to it, we call limit x tends to a plus fx. Immediate left to it, we call it limit x tends to a minus fx. What is the meaning of that? That limit means the value of the function immediately right to this point or immediately left to this point. They are very close to a, right? We have learned how to find the limit in our previous standard. So this is what, just finding out whether limits exist or not. So 3 things: one is fa, one is right hand limit, one is left hand limit. We call it as, suppose r, this is my l, right? So in order to find the continuity, we need to check that l should be equal to r. Now if l is equal to r, what is mean? It means limit exist. We can say limit x tends to a, fx exist. Okay, this is the meaning of L is equal to R. Second thing, this fa should be defined. Fa should be defined. What is the meaning of fa should be defined? It means it should have a value at a. Right? It should not be like there is infinity at that point. Yeah. It is not defined like this. So fa should be defined means there is some value at a. And the third thing, we need to check that the limit fx should be equal to fa. So these three conditions are there to find the continuity of a function at any point a. First of all, what is this? Fa should be defined means we should have a value of fa. Then the right hand limit should also be there, left hand limit should also be there. It is not that they are also not defined. There is some value of right hand limit also and left hand limit also, and if they are equal, we can say that our limit exists. And if they are equal to fa, then we can say the function is continuous. Now remember these 3 points so that we can find out how we can say that the function is discontinuous. Okay, let us understand in what ways we can say that the function is not continuous. Okay, this is the first case I have taken. Okay, here you can see the graph that L is there, means left hand limit is there, R is also there, right hand limit is there, and we have said that L is equal to R, means both the limits are equal to each other. It means limit exists. But we have also said that by keeping a hole at this point, we are saying that fa is not defined, means there is no value of fa. It means there is a small gap in this function, so this function is not continuous, right? L is there, R is there, both are equal also, but fa is not there. There is no value of fa. Okay, so there are some function where you can find out this, that your fa is not defined, but L and R both exist. Okay, next example here. Again, L is there, R is also there, right? My L is there, R is also there, and L is equal to R also, and fa is also defined, means we have a value at x is equal to a, but this value is not on this curve, it is somewhere else. It means we have defined our fa in such a way that it is not coming on the curve, it is somewhere else. So we can say that L is equal to R is not equal to fa. Here fa was not defined, but here fa is defined. We have a different value of fa, okay, and this is not equal to L is equal to R. In this case also our function is not continuous, right? Now look at this figure, third one. Here there is a big gap, you can say, okay, and see, this is my L, this is my R. So when you are calculating your left hand limit, it is coming at this point, right hand limit is at this point. Similar, so clear it is that L is not equal to R, and while calculating fa, you observe that your fa is equal to L. One of the cases, right? That your fa is equal to L, but your L is not equal to R. In this case also, the function is not continuous. There is a gap in between. Same case here also. Here L is not equal to R, but your limit fa is now equal to R. Right? Your value of fa is equal to R. Here it is equal to L, it is equal to r here. So these are the two different cases but same logic. Your L is not equal to r, hence the graph or the function is not continuous. Okay, let us take few more cases. See, in this case we have shown that your left hand limit is here, your right hand limit is here. Of course both are not equal, but your fa is in between somewhere or somewhere else, right? It means that your L is not equal to r and it is not equal to fa also. So this is also one case. Okay, however, if you practice and if you come into examples, then this L is not equal to r is enough to say that the function is not continuous. You don't need to find about fa and prove it that equal, right? Now in next example it is like, see, I have shown like this. It means that L is my not defined. There is no particular value of L. So L is not defined, R is defined, and suppose fa is equal to R. Okay. In this case also it is discontinuous. Reverse of this, R is not defined, L is there defined, and L is equal to fa. L and R both are not defined. So these are the few cases which you can say that the function is not defined. Now it is very difficult to plot a graph every time. So we need to come up with a mathematical formula to show that the function is not continuous or continuous. We already know how to find out our limits. So what we have to do? We have to find our left hand limit, we have to find right hand limit, then we need to find the value at a and check whether L is equal to R is equal to fa. Then we can say that the function is continuous at a particular point. We always try to find the continuity at a particular point. So if at that point it is continuous, we can say that the function is continuous at that point. We'll see how to do it. Okay, so let us summarize what we have learned till now. Okay, first we need to find left hand limit. It should be a value, defined value, right? It should not be like it is not defined. So LHL should exist, right? Let it be equal to L. Second, similarly your RHL should also exist. Let it be R. Third condition, FA should also exist. Okay. Fourth, L should be equal to R should be equal to what? FA. So these three should exist and all of them should be equal to each other. Then only we can say that the function is continuous. If any one of these points, anyone, okay, is not there, then we can say that the function is not continuous. Okay, let us understand some examples how to find a discontinuous function or a continuous function. Okay, so this example I have taken as x square minus 3x plus 2 upon x minus 2. Okay, if you factorize the numerator, you will get x minus 2 and x minus 1. Correct? Now if x is equal to 2, there are two cases here. First case, if x is equal to 2, then what will happen? The denominator will become 0. Okay, and it will be of the form 0 multiplied by x minus 1, or you can say 2 minus 1 upon 0. Because 0 by 0 is basically a non-defined form. It is not defined in maths. So here we can say that at x is equal to 2, we don't have any value of fx. So we can say that fx is not defined, right? Second case, when x is not equal to 2. When x is not equal to 2, what you can do? You can cancel these x minus 2 factor. So your fx will become x minus 1, and we can take any values of x and then we can plot a graph. So at 2 this function is not defined, and at other places we have values for fx. So it is like a function where if you plot a graph something like that, at x is equal to 2 we don't have any value. So this function is not continuous at x is equal to 2. Okay, well, let us take another example here. Fx is equal to mod x upon x when x is not equal to 0, and it is equal to 1 when x is equal to 0. So this is the way of defining a function. We have defined our function at x not equal to 0 and x is equal to 0, means this 0 is important here. It means at this point we have two definitions, right? So we need to check the function whether it is continuous at x is equal to 0 or not. So we have to find three things. One is L, left hand limit, one is R, right hand limit, and one is FA. My A is 0 here. Okay, so let us find out LHL, right? Left hand limit. Left hand limit means what? My x is what? Basically 0 minus, correct? Or you can write it as 0 minus h. So fx, when x is from 0 minus, then we can write it like 0 minus h upon 0 minus h. Since x is not equal to 0, we can write this function, and it will be like, and you can also write the limit. What is the limit? Limit h tends to 0, which is equal to, now mod of minus h upon minus h. What is mod of minus h? Is h, it will give you minus 1. So my L is minus 1, correct? Similarly, RHL, x is what? 0 plus, you can write 0 plus h. Your function will become limit h tends to 0, 0 plus h, which is equal to h upon h, which is equal to 1. So RHL is 1. It is clear from here only that my L is not equal to R, so this function is discontinuous. Also my FA, what is FA? FA means F0. F0, it is already given that it is 1. So my L is not equal to R, hence limit doesn't exist, and hence this function is not continuous at x is equal to 0. We always have to prove continuity or discontinuity at a certain point. Okay, and this point is given in the question only.